second. What are you going to do? Like, you've got to give them a reset.
Is it
something,
underneath there? No, that's a calculator.
That's a calculator.
Oh, that's me.
Uh-oh, we're going to get echoes now.
Lots of that.
Echo.
There we go. That was okay. I didn't know the audio was on. Hi, everybody. The audio's on.
Hi.
Video's not on, but you can hear us talking about
Okay, good.
crazy stuff. Now everybody shuts up.
Do you want me to like try?
It's the best part.
Yep.
Stage fright every time. What are we trying to do?
And try to find a phone.
My phone
Oh, your
vanished.
phone?
Yeah.
I don't know where.
Under no.
No. Where
This monitor likes to.
The monitor
things
does love
underneath
to
it,
eat
yeah.
things. Is this yours?
That's my phone.
Okay. Make sure. Do you want me to try giving a call?
Yeah,
Would
you
that
can
help?
try calling.
Yeah, sure.
Here, well, hang on.
Somewhere in a bag.
555-1234.
Hilarious.
Okay. I'll figure it out.
Oh no! We lost.
It's okay. We didn't need me. So nice. So
At
close
least
to
know
you guys
generally
right
where
now.
it is now.
I gotcha.
Oh, thanks.
Gotta get my ice damage dice, even though I have no spell slots. Oh well.
And let's
Just in
move it
case.
A little bit closer now.
A little closer.
Yeah.
Are we there?
Yeah, we're there.
Great.
Hey, Puzzler Provo, thanks. You can hear us, you just can't see us until dun, dun, dun. And we're on. All right.
This is great.
And then I found a lucky penny.
Hey, there we
Hey.
go. Good start to the session.
I don't remember where.
All right, let's send some messages out and some welcomes and everything.
Nope, not lucky. Sorry. As I'm throwing it at you.
We do have some shout outs to give today. We've got more followers from this last week.
Awesome.
So
Nice.
shout out to Duke Mael, Gladathor, that's a great name, Sinister Reject, and One Die 20, who all followed us last week.
Sinister Rejects my nephew.
Is that your nephew?
Oh, nice.
Awesome. Right on.
I'm so jealous of how
I
good
believe-
people are coming up with names and usernames.
Yeah.
I can't.
I
Yeah,
can't
mine are all
either.
default.
Yeah.
Default
Oh.
names.
I've
My
heard that.
Reddit
trying.
and my
Mine's like-
Discord are both default.
I have a pretty good Reddit username. It's utterly chocolate with D instead of TT for the
Love it.
utterly for
Ah,
chocolate
utterly
milk. I do
chocolate.
like
Nice.
chocolate milk a lot, so
Nice. Nice.
yeah, I like
All
that
right,
one.
let's make this big.
For reference, see episode 1 through what one are we on?
18, I believe.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
This is
yeah.
session 18. That is
Awesome.
3 times 6.
Wow, yeah.
9 times 2.
36 divided by 2.
Yeah,
True.
It's
all of those math things work.
Math.
Math that we learned by playing Dungeons and Dragons.
7 plus 11.
I
Oh, we should stop here. Actually, I should have stopped like before. Sorry.
That's good.
Okay. So thanks a lot for watching. We are Dragons Keep TV. Oh, geez, so many people watching already. Thanks. We're
That's
glad
awesome.
you're here.
We're gonna make it good. Not
We
done,
have some introductions to do. Go ahead. What's your question?
No internet.
Oh, this gets you on the internet.
I forgot about that basic part.
That's an
Hang on a second.
important piece.
And I will get you an internet password.
Lost my phone, can't connect to the internet yet.
It's okay.
I was gonna say.
It's
No
about my
stress.
usual entrance, just a chaotic mess.
It's been
very-
a while since
very
the stream's
on
even
par.
been up and running, though, hasn't it? I mean, what was it? 2 weeks ago you guys did the last.
It
stream?
was. We were gone last week
Yeah.
for the 4th of July.
Yep.
It's always good to come back from a break,
Yeah.
re-immerse yourself.
I was gonna say, speaking of math, kind of. I started illustrating and writing a children's book today.
Ooh, fun.
Very nice.
That's a very fun endeavor.
Nice.
And I drew page 1 last night, and there were 3 buildings, and I started drawing page 2, and I forgot one. So math is hard.
Building design is hard.
Building design is hard. I spent another hour relaying out page 2 and 3, so should be fun. And it's slightly Dungeons and Dragons flavored, so
Cool.
more later.
Nice.
Very cool.
Should
If
be
you have
fun.
it in note, you can just type it in, by the way.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I do not know it.
No, and I kept swearing I was going to write it down, and I still have not done that.
I can just pass you the keyboard, by the way. So.
That's okay. I'll give it to you as soon as
I do remember those swears.
It's in my chat messages. Just 1 second.
Isn't it like
And
Okay.
I should have written it down. Cause
We
I-
Love Sully 407 or
I couldn't-
something?
Yeah.
Yes, that's
yeah.
exactly what it is.
Okay.
Solely forever.
Yeah. That's the one.
It's this one up in blue, underlined up at the top there.
It's kind of like Tron. Not Flynn lives, but Sully lives.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
just like that.
Mm.
Okay. Oh, you guys can see that. Hang on. That's a secret. That's for later.
Uh-oh.
If you're watching the stream, you guys are getting a. Oh, thanks. We got it though. Appreciate it. Dragons Key Provo. People are offering to text me the Wi-Fi
Oh.
password and think so.
They are diligent and helpful.
It's amazing what the power of a bunch of people with the internet all at once can just be like.
Exactly.
It's true.
Magic.
It's pretty crazy.
All right,
There
let's
we
do
go.
this.
Yeah, all right.
I don't know why
We
I
are-
didn't connect the first time, but it worked the
We're
second
all
time.
on now.
Awesome.
All right.
That'll make things a little bit easier.
You know, to like use a digital character sheet and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
That
you
makes
know.
sense.
Might be useful.
All right. Let's see. Oh, it is Seth. Hey, Seth. So Seth is the Puzzler Provo, and he's watching us tonight too. Seth manages and runs the Dragon's Keep here in Orem and the one in Lehigh. So
Thank you,
I think-
Seth.
I think Eli was upstairs. Whoa. Well, thanks for watching too, Seth. Okay. We have a new player tonight.
Yes, hello.
So let's start with Erica. Tell us a little about yourself.
I'm Erica. I'm a college student at multiple universities at this point. Just to make things
That's great.
complicated.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I was there too.
I enjoy science. I have done everything from robotics to like wildlife education. I've done a lot. I'm genuinely a jack of all trades, master of none. I do weaving in my spare time. I also
Ooh, nice.
So I'm currently thinking about making myself a pair of shoes, just for the heck of it, just to say I've done it.
Awesome.
So
Like moccasins or like shoes?
no, like proper shoes, like
cobbling,
dress shoes.
Like cobbling shoes.
Yeah,
Wow.
That's
Okay.
cool.
yeah, like proper dress shoes because
Why not?
why go shoe shopping when you can just make them, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I made moccasins when I was a Boy Scout, but I would not wear them very long.
No, those have no arch support.
I think I made a leather vest.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, moccasins and a knife sheath.
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah.
It's good leather stuff.
My brother and I
Good
made
times.
knife sheaths.
Yes.
That's right. I forgot about that.
All right. So
Do
great.
a lot of stuff.
That's awesome.
Welcome, Erica. Sorry, I was just checking the sound. We
No,
all
you're
sound
good.
great. So good.
Awesome.
Welcome, Erica. We're glad you're with us. Erica has said that she'd like to join us through at least the summer,
Yeah, pretty much.
and that's awesome. So,
Yeah.
and originally from not here, right?
Not here. I'm currently hailing from Missouri,
Nice.
so
Awesome.
although my accent is from a little bit further south, so
Great.
we'll see what comes of that.
We're from?
Texas region.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That is a little bit further south.
A
than
little
Missouri.
bit further south than Missouri.
I spent a few years in Georgia, which is why I
Mm.
asked, but
I've got some Georgia influence in there as well.
nice.
I have a very mixed accent.
Awesome. Erica is playing question mark tonight.
Yes.
So
cool.
That is my favorite.
get
character.
excited.
That's a really good name too.
I know, right?
Wow.
I've spent a long time thinking about it, but I'm very happy with it.
Good choice.
I'm Ryan. I'm the DM, and happy that everybody's watching tonight. Glad you're here. If you are interested in playing with us, you can stop by Orem Dragon's Keep, like Erica did, and check us out and talk to us. And we're always happy to have guests on. We've got room around the table for 2 more at any given time, so that's awesome. Let's also just introduce people around the table. So, or you can email dragonskeeptv@gmail.com. There you go. Let's start with Mark. You're on the top.
Oh, all right.
So you're first.
Yeah, Mark Welch. I'm playing Eddie, the Trickster Cleric. And I've been playing D&D for quite a while. Really enjoying playing on the stream. It's been a lot of fun. There's some really good, for any inspiring or current DMs out there, I think that Ryan shows some skills that if you should pay attention to and should try to utilize in your games, because I have.
Thanks.
So, but that's me.
Troy, you're next. Going
Awesome.
around the circle.
So I'm Troy Bird. I've been playing D&D for maybe a year and a half. I've been fantasizing about playing Dungeons & Dragons for much longer than that. And currently playing Jin, who is a half-kind, half-dragon sorcerer. And who just learned that he can push a giant squishy block with gust. And it kind of worked.
It kinda worked.
It kind of worked enough that it shredded itself.
Big enough sale, I guess.
Yep, exactly.
Those encounters were so fun to listen to. Those were
Were
such
they?
a blast. Yeah.
They were very interesting.
Yeah.
I seriously wanted to just, like, when we kept hitting trap after trap after trap after trap, I'm just like, okay, I just want to gust them all. Just be done with it. But
I'm sure.
I love
Anyway.
dungeons. Oh my gosh, I love the dungeon environment. So
Yeah.
if you've been listening the last couple of sessions, hopefully you've seen that I've brought in enough environmental type stuff. If you're going through a dungeon, make the environment fun. That's what I think.
oh yeah.
And Cameron.
Hi, I'm Cameron. I have played D&D for, I don't know, a few years. It's been longer than I like to admit. Just time flies. I'm playing Sully. He's a little Forest Gnome rogue. He's really adorable, and he has a little pet mountain lion named Marty, who's actually a big pet mountain lion, because Sully is actually the little one. Yeah, he's having a good time. He was taking a quick break running around in the woods trying to understand some weird stuff that had been going on with Marty, but who knows what is happening with him now. I'm here at the table, so ooh, mystery. Should be fun.
Don't
be
come
awesome.
in the way we came in. There was a lot of climbing and swimming and almost drowning.
Cool, good to know. Luckily, I have a mountain lion who can climb and swim, so I'll just stay on him, and
Yeah.
we'll go with that.
Perfect. I forgot that I need to get a token for Erica's character. I don't need it right yet, but I need to have it at some point. So there we go. Now I have
That's
it.
handy.
Cool. And I just realized I have only used 1 sorcery point. I used all of my higher spell slots, but I still have my sorcery
There you go.
points. So
That's
there's-
extremely handy.
So there's that.
Sorcerer points can be spells.
We might not die. Yeah.
Great.
This is a might.
Well, let's
We'll
give
find out.
a little. It's been 2 weeks, so let's talk about where you guys are at and why you're here and where you're going. Come on. I gotta refresh Roll20 now. Oh, but you guys can see it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You are in
Very
a
good.
cavern that is hopefully leading you to a bunch of dragonborn children who have been living here for some time. You're traveling with a dragonborn, Kurdath, at the time. Or Kurdath at the time, but currently with Kurdath. Say that 5 times fast.
Currently with, yeah, well, okay.
Who is leading you back to his brothers and sisters who he escaped from a few months ago. And in the process of finding this place so far, you've, like you said, climbed up a mountain, swam through a river under some rocks, and have ended up in this cavern that is a little bit different than what you might have expected. You've just gotten to a place where you've found a bunch of rails and carts, and you had to fight your way through a gelatinous cube to get here. So, after almost getting sucked into it several times, you finally turned it into a bunch of jelly on the floor. And we'll go from there. At this point, everything is lit up by lanterns on the walls. I'm not going to highlight where they are necessarily, just assume that there are enough lanterns on the wall that you can see where you're going now at this point. And we will go from here. Let me bring this up on my map so I can see it.
I did collect one vial of what remained of that gelatinous cube.
That's true. A little Ghostbusters montage there.
Never know when you need to melt a lock or something.
Let me get on the right level here. Okay. All right. So you've left behind the wet and slimy part of these caverns, and you're now into what looks more like man-made structures. I'll move you out here a little bit more. And we do have Kelvin with us still, even though Jared could not join us tonight. Check one more time. Nope. So we'll just turn that off.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Cringe.
I even sent a letter to him.
I'm sure we'll get him back soon.
Well, to the group,
Yes.
with him in it. But I want him to be here.
All right.
But we'll see what happens.
What would you like to know about in this area?
Well, since we just finished fighting off the rest of that gelatinous cube, I will take just one moment and cast Cure Wounds on myself. How's everyone else doing? Everybody else okay? I don't remember how much damage Kelvin took, if at all.
We're good. I'm only down 4.
Okay. So that
Nothing else is shimmering, I hope.
Nothing else is shimmering
Nice.
here. The floor is slick from all this acid that's steaming now on the stone work, but otherwise nothing else seems to be shimmering up ahead of you. Mark, I'm gonna sorry.
Yeah?
I don't know how that chair ended up back in here, but it always does. It's
This
the
one?
No, the squeaky
Oh,
chair.
the one
that
I'm
we're
on?
Yeah.
Sure enough, I don't even notice it. Every time I
It's
move,
snuck back
though.
in.
I kick it out of here all the time. And it keeps coming back in. Oh, sweet.
As long as I'm not sitting on it. it'll be fine.
Sorry, that's my podcasting ears. So I run a podcast with my kids. If you want to check it out, it's called dadsanddragons.com, where I play with teenagers and just before teenagers, and they learn how to play with kids and have fun playing D&D that way too. But I'm constantly hearing stuff that they do. At one point, early on, we were like, oh, we'll bring some snacks down, because what's D&D without like snacks or something? So we had like peanut M&Ms and red vines and soda, and the whole thing was just crunch the entire session.
See, there's a
like-
reason I didn't bring my clicky
my
pens
gosh.
because I know my habits.
Oh, right. So yeah, that was one of the most annoying podcasts to edit, like just constantly muting
Oh.
people's microphones and stuff, and just trying to get around people just crunching on peanut M&Ms all the time. Oh,
It's fun.
yeah.
Sounds like it would be a good group to do ASMR with, though.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
maybe
There you
look
go.
into that.
Oh,
Just-
yeah. Or like a mukbang sort of deal.
Good or terrible?
All right. Up ahead of you
It actually
are
doesn't bother me too
a
much.
system of tracks, and you see some carts along the tracks. They usually lead, the ones that you can see are leading to these shelves and things that are stacked with provisions, mostly like dried fruit and food and nuts and that kind of stuff, but occasionally some dried out meat and whatnot. And they're stacked kind of haphazardly around the area. Before we get too far in, Erica, do you bring up that Google Doc that I shared with you? That was what I was going to try and print off before I came, and then I just left.
Yeah, I can pull
the one
that
that's called Session 18.
Yes.
And then down at the very bottom, I added in that new stuff I told you I was going to tell you about.
Yes.
Okay.
This may seem a little out of left field, but I assume that the tracks, the mining tracks, are nailed down with railroad ties, tracks, like metal
yeah.
pins of some
Yep.
kind. Are any of them loose? Are they old?
This whole place seems very old.
Okay.
Yes.
Not well traveled.
No. In fact, some of the tracks make a perception check.
Okay.
Actually, and I'll give you some clues on some of the tracks.
I rolled the same online and offline. We got. I actually didn't mean to do the online one.
Oh.
15.
15. You notice that the tracks that head south on this map, this one right here,
Mm-hmm.
seem to be really rusted over. They don't seem to be used much at all.
Okay.
But the other two.
Whereas the other two seem that they appear to have seen some use
Okay.
Okay.
in them.
With that rusted one, can I collect a couple of those
Sure.
metal? You never know when
Big bits of rebar.
you might need
Metal
pitons.
spikes, are
Is
we?
that how you pronounce
Yes.
it? Pitons? And I don't have any, and I figure
I
might
thought
as
you were
well
going all Mistborn on us or
while I'm
something like
here.
that.
No, that'd
That'd
be
be cool.
amazing.
I would
Swallow-
not
swallow
be
an
ready
entire
for that.
railroad spike.
I would love that. Yeah.
If you have tools, if you have the right tools, then yes, you can spend a couple minutes doing that.
Oh, I don't. Come to think of it, I was just gonna like
If
see
you have a
if any of them
crowbar
were
or
loose,
something,
just-
or
Um,
just some loose ones.
Yeah.
Make it like an investigation check, and if you
Okay.
get like a 15 or higher, then maybe you can find one.
Okay. Yeah, I got
You
16.
get lucky enough.
16, 17, 18.
Okay, you find two
I'll take 2.
just further down that have with time and water dripping around them, have loosened up in the rocks that they were in.
Yeah. That'll work. Just in case there's
So
more
this is a
climbing
stone
involved.
floor, not an earthen floor?
It is. Sorry, mostly earthen.
Okay.
Let's go with mostly earthen.
Cool. Just in case there's any climbing in our future. Got the rope. Now we got some pitons.
Sure. Although it kind of like walking through a mine, there's patches of just stone
Mm-hmm.
floor that they've had to carve through and whatnot.
Is this standing water that's in the rest? That's in the
Up in
room?
here? Yep.
Mhm.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So these are just puddles of water. That's probably from the springs that have bubbled up here, and there's kind of standing water there.
Okay.
The whole area smells really musty,
Okay.
very cave-like. If you've been inside a cave, get that damp, cold
smell.
air feel coming over your skin right now. Yep.
And do we feel any air passage?
Oh. Let me look at the rest of my map, and I'll tell you. Oh, what are you guys doing in here? Dang it. Hang on one second.
You trying to pull the Gandalf and trust your nose and which way
Yeah,
to go?
yeah.
I was going to say, I'll echolocate again.
Ah, it's this way.
Um,
He remembered. Nope.
Nope.
When in doubt, Perguntuk, trust your nose.
Okay, so I can delete these guys here now. And this whole map is upside down.
Yes. Those are my favorite maps. Even though I'm playing a semi-intelligent character. I always wanted to play just the dumbest character that, can't read and much fun.
There is a draft coming from both of the places going off to the west there,
Okay.
but a stronger one from the one on the bottom. Is that true? Sure. Yeah.
So there's a stronger one on the lower of the two
Yes.
western. And what about any air coming out of the passage that seems unused?
It seems very stale
Yeah.
down that direction.
Can I shoot a thaumaturgy click down that direction? See,
Just loud echoes.
just loud
all the way
echoes
down.
forever.
Just yeah.
Yeah. Probably not that way.
I'd say let's go with the one that's got the most wind. Why not?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Does that sound like a good plan?
I think so.
So that lower left
Yep.
of the two, and we'll kind of move through there. I will go in advance of the party, silent or stealthily, if that's okay. Maybe
Okay.
just
Yeah.
30 feet in front.
You did say there are just sparse, dim lights in this mined area.
Yes, lanterns actually.
Lanterns.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. As you head in that direction, basically, let's say as you're crossing this this center part,
Okay.
you hear a voice talking to you.
Okay.
Yeah, and it
With
seems
my
to
ears or
with
my
your
mind?
ears, with your
Okay.
ears. It seems to echo from multiple directions. This
Okay.
is 5.1 Dolby surround sound in here.
Okay.
Turn
Ominous.
back.
That's what we hear is
Yes.
turn back. Okay.
Should've told us about that. Before.
And this is when we hit about the center.
Yeah, right in the middle.
I'm going to continue going down the kind of chosen path.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. It's just hilarious. I love it. It's great.
I'll kind of stop and hear and see if I can get a direction. I probably won't, but I'll see if I can.
And it is literally from everywhere. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm on the fog of war stuff. Hang on a second.
The upper path or the lower path?
You guys are going to head down the lower path down
Lower
here.
path. Okay.
Stronger wind. I don't know. Sure.
I should.
It smells a little fresher. Maybe it smells
Okay.
colder.
Yeah.
I think colder.
As good as
Let's go with
anything.
that.
Well, let's consult Kurdath
Yeah, I
really
was
quick
gonna-
too. Does he remember which one of these tunnels he might have come out of?
Kurdath did not come through this area.
Oh, okay.
Kurdath says that he spent most of his time squeezing through. It was just rocks and just river and stream, and I've just followed the stream until it spat me out where we came in.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll just keep continuing and listening for the voice. Obviously, heightened alertness, trying to make sure that we don't get ourselves.
Okay.
Leave.
So this time I'll respond quietly and just say, "We have business here."
There's nothing for you down these caverns.
Who's Kurdath? Who's closest to Kurdath?
Probably me behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
Kurdath
recognize this
whispers to Jin. He says, "Kurdath or Jin, there's something wrong with the voice.
What do you mean voice?
Familiar but wrong.
That's not the voice.
Oh, what did the voice normally sound like?
Deeper?
What did the voice normally say? Did it say things like this? Warnings?
Sometimes, but mostly it told us when food was here. It asked us how we were feeling. But it was a man's voice.
Hmm.
I continue until something physically stops me. I'm going to continue.
Okay. Erica, does anything happen to
Something tries to physically stop you.
them? Right. What is it?
Mine carts.
Mine carts. Awesome.
Let's go Donkey Kong. Let's do it.
As you are just, let's put you down here. So you and Kelvin are probably in the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Kurdath, you and Jin, right back here. Just as you are passing next to a lantern, you hear this poof of air, and this dust falls onto the lantern and then explodes in this bright, just this bright flash.
Okay.
And you need to make a saving throw of a DC 14. Let's see. DC 14 Constitution saving throw. And Eddie has a high enough perception that he would have spotted it just before it went off, and so you can have advantage on that.
I was going to say, we probably owe Disneyland like $14 for this picture.
13. So I failed.
Pow.
Even with advantage.
Even with advantage?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
That's a 2. Okay. Good start.
Okay.
Why didn't I roll for Eddie? Or I mean for Kelvin.
Kelvin, I'll roll for Kurdath. He got a 13, and we'll assume that maybe he has a +1 Constitution. If he does, he made it. We'll say he made it. So yeah, roll for Kelvin.
Yeah. No, he got a 16 plus whatever he's got. So.
Okay.
Doesn't he have like a -4 Constitution?
I'm
Something
sure
like that.
that's
Yeah.
what it is.
You are blinded for 1 turn, which is long enough for you to not see the mine cart that you only hear now rushing towards you from off of the from up ahead.
Okay.
Yes. I love hearing things.
Yes.
Because I get to run up and try and protect people with dragon wings.
There you go. You just hear these wheels screeching down the tracks as it's coming at you very quickly. Make a dexterity save with disadvantage if you're blind to jump out of the way.
I probably don't want to just tank this, do I?
No. I'm gonna say no. Getting run over by a train is
6.
probably gonna hurt.
What's that?
And this is a 13 dex save.
I failed.
Okay.
Dex save?
Yep.
Mr. Incredible. That's what it's Mr. Incredible like with the train.
This is
stuff.
awesome.
It's like,
Free.
who does that? It's Mr.
Holy cow.
Also Superman.
Wow.
The rolls. So let's get all the bad ones out of the
Yeah,
way.
get him out of the
Yeah,
way.
it's just,
you know what though? I rolled
You're right.
pretty
Mr.
poorly
Incredible.
on
Oh,
my
you're right.
3d6
No,
as well.
Superman
Oh, good.
is
So
also
that's
right.
a whopping 5 damage,
damage?
from getting knocked around by the minecart.
Banged me in the shin.
Yeah.
Crap! Can't see anything!
Oh,
good
All
start.
right.
Good start.
Erica, they mostly jump out of the way of this minecart or only get grazed by it. And then it smashes up against this this break in the thing, this break in the tracks
Okay.
up in the middle there.
So it upends, it's no longer on
Yeah.
the tracks?
Yep. What would you guys like to do?
So I'll speak to the air to say, malign spirit, please leave us alone. We're here for good.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
And if you know what we're looking for, we don't mean them any harm.
There you go.
In fact, we mean to save them from quite a bit of it.
All right.
Save? Save who?
The Dragonborn, like Kurdath, his brothers and sisters.
Don't know if you can see him or know him. Say hi, Kardath.
He looks very well. That's a D12. He is shaking in his boots.
Well, gave him a try. Pat him on the back.
You guys come into this next area. Let me move you over.
Okay.
Zoop. Okay. Who did I leave? I left somebody. Oh, because they're on the DM level.
Love that.
right. You follow the tracks and it opens up again. Come on.
Oh yeah, I will take this opportunity now that I know I can do this. Now that I remembered that I can do this, I'll exchange some sorcery points to get a second slot back.
Okay.
That would be very helpful.
In this area, you hear water again.
Okay.
And you can see it on the map still a little bit up ahead of you. You can hear it up ahead of you from where you're standing right now. Again, still brightly lit by lanterns, or at least lit by lanterns. But you can hear this river up ahead of you.
Okay, so that's a river right off those
Yeah.
planks. All right, is it level with the floor, lower than the floor?
This is lower than...
How many feet lower?
You want to go up there and look around?
Well, I mean, I'm still trying to be a little cautious here, so...
Okay.
But yeah, I'll venture over there and kind of take a look.
I was going to say, now that I'm clear of any tracks,
In the...
I'll just say to who I assume is still listening to us as we approach, I come on behalf of an actual dragon who intends to keep these children safe in another location besides this one. I don't know if you know, but this place has been found, and not by us. I assume by someone, I don't assume, by someone who is going to do these children harm. And we've already stopped them before, and I'm afraid we're being followed. I don't know for sure. Lay it all out on the table.
What does the voice say?
Then why are you here?
To find the children.
Stop the inevitable.
I will go look at the approach
should I
of the
say?
water.
Okay. You hear... How to describe this? You hear a very unexpected sound.
Okay.
It sounds like something upstream, that's up to the top of this map.
So the water's flowing south.
Yeah, so the water's flowing down, and
Okay.
the fork's there. Oh, you can't see the fork, but it does fork. I'll reveal some more for you.
Cool.
Once you get up to this. But the lanterns are not down below, so it's hard to see
Okay.
down past there. Good enough. From upstream, you hear a splashing, growling, it's a low-pitched growl and a higher-pitched whine.
It's mechanical?
No,
Mm.
no, it's not.
Hmm.
But it seems to be getting louder and closer.
Okay.
And you can start to hear that the higher pitched noise is speaking
Okay.
and saying things, but you can't quite make out what it's saying.
Okay. Is it because I can't hear that, or because I don't understand it?
It's because it's muffled and echoed, like
So
it's echoing through these caverns and stuff.
So it's
Yeah.
disrupted. It's
Yeah.
not. It's unintelligible. Not that I don't.
Yes, not that you don't understand.
But I would have been even able to tell what language is being spoken in the
Um,
garble.
As it gets louder, you think it's common.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll kind of hold tight, and I'll just hide right there from whatever's coming down and wait for it.
Okay.
I want to see what it is.
And there we waited until the end of time.
Coming down this stream, splashing and cursing at being so cold and wet, are a pair of familiar faces.
Oh. So as soon as I recognize who it is, I will cast light on my mace and hold it up.
Whoa! What crap? Hey!
Hey, you know me.
Hey, oh my gosh!
What are you doing in here?
I'm gonna run
Where did you
over
come
and
from?
give him a hug. Oh, it's so good to see you.
Well,
Oh my gosh! Do you have any fire? I am soaking wet. So
sure.
cold.
We're in the same boat.
Let's see. Do I have
Or minecart in this case.
Minecart. What the heck is this place? This is crazy. It smells in here.
Yeah.
Don't know.
How did you get in?
Well, I mean, when there's a Marty, there's a way.
Yeah.
You know. Marty's an excellent tracker. He has a great nose. So I just told him, "Hey, buddy, can you want to find our old friends?" And he was like,
He did fine up until you got into the stream, and you've been rushed underwater and then found yourself popped up in these caverns in the dark and wandering and splashing your way down this stream for the last several hours.
"So I mean, really, it's
Chase you, do you?
I do, yeah.
You can dry him off with that.
That's true.
really, it's just a. Oh man, that felt nice.
You're dry.
I don't know what you just did though. That was really nice. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Even made slightly lemon scented. Just
Slightly lemon scented.
That is impressive.
Jen, you're so fancy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sully and Marty, the mountain lion, are currently about 15 feet below you down in the river. That's how high up this.
So it looks like this is some kind of mechanism that allows things to get down.
So this is a winch with a claw on top of it that can lower things down or pick things up out of the river.
Shout down on Marty. I assume you still have your newfound senses.
Marty looks at Sully.
I mean, do you have your newfound senses?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
Yeah.
I'll try to manipulate the mechanism
Sorry,
to
this
try
is
to
new to
get
me. Mountain lion speaking.
to haul him up here.
Okay. You start trying to figure out the controls on this. Erica, what happens when they do that?
Doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
At all.
Not at all.
Well, that's inconvenient for me. It's still kind of wet. My feet. I mean, the rest of me feels great, but my feet are kind of still freezing.
The thing suddenly turns on you. And it grabs you.
All right.
Oh.
The mechanism
Not
does?
you. You.
Oh.
So the claw spins over as you're trying to maneuver it.
Uh-huh.
It feels like it's stuck, and then all of a sudden it swings over to the right or to the left, and the claw is dangling on this chain swings up, and it's going to try and grapple you. It's going to make a grapple check against you. So make a athletics check or an acrobatics check to get out of the way.
Well, acrobatics I would rather do, for sure.
It's got an 18.
Well, that's going to be hard to beat.
That's a heck of a claw.
Let's try
The claw.
The claw.
20.
Hey!
Not natty.
Okay.
That's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
You roll out of the way as it continues to swing wildly. Where are you guys at, Jin?
We gotta go to the arcade after this
Yeah.
Yeah.
claw game. Still back behind. I assume it's not a bridge. It doesn't look like a bridge exactly, but more like just a ledge before the drop.
Yes. Okay.
Is there any
How
other
heavy does that claw look?
Very heavy. It's there's probably a couple barrels or crates next to it. It's clearly made to lift these up and lower them down into the river, or lift them things out of the river.
Yeah.
Vice versa. That
Gotcha.
Hey, Eddie, you okay?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I mean, that was kind of weird. I don't know what that was.
Yeah,
So,
I
I'm
just
not gonna
got
touch
here
it
and all of a
again.
sudden all this
Wasn't
stuff's
me.
going on.
Yeah.
Wacky.
Can I use just my survival to rig up a rope for him to get up on? So utilizing Kelvin and I and a rope to help them get up here? Or?
every time you come close to where that claw can grab you, it's going to try and swing back at you. So
Oh my
you
gosh.
you start going close to it, and it wasn't just a fluke thing that you messed up with the controls. The claw seems to have a mind of its own, and continues to to swing out and lash out at you. Let's make.
Erica, you're playing
One more,
malicious
another one?
claw.
Yeah, I only got a 9 that time.
Why would you do this to
I'm
us?
probably gonna roll really.
I was gonna say,
Fluffy.
So it beats me.
Oh, okay. It grabs you and swings you out over the ledge,
Okay.
and is going to try and just drop you down.
All right.
So make one last dex save
A dex
to
save.
try and hold on as it releases and tries to drop you down 15 feet.
Okay.
Oh, man.
7.
Okay.
can
That's.
I telekinesis him to try and push him back towards us?
I don't think so.
It's
This is
not
all
a
happening.
reaction.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all just happening.
So that's 3 points of damage as you find yourself splashing into the cold rocky stream down by
All right.
Sully and Marty.
Well, now we're down here.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Where do the 2 forks look like they go? Guys, anything from there now?
Would you
I
like
would
lemon
have
or
tried to
lavender?
catch you. You're just a
Lavender.
little bit bigger than I am.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't think would have
that's
been good.
fine. No, it would.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's twist my ankle a little bit. I don't know what's up with that mechanism up there. However, is there any egress from here out of the stream that we can see?
The streams flow down, one to the left from you and one to the right, and they are dark. There's no lanterns or anything like that down here.
Do I
for
see? Are the mechanical parts of this crane visible?
Yes. Yeah,
Can
for sure.
Can I freeze them?
Yeah.
I will give that a shot.
Okay.
Eddie, take it from me.
What's the range on your
We don't want to
It's
be
a
in these
30 foot.
rivers.
30
Yeah,
foot?
no,
They're not
I,
fun.
that's why I'm looking for a way out now.
They'll suck you out.
Yeah,
and,
just
that's
straight
not great.
30-foot
get out.
rhymes
I think that's
binding
better.
ice onto the moving parts of this crane.
Okay.
Make it stop.
The crane seems to seize up when you do that
Okay.
and stops swinging around, trying to grab at you again.
So, is there a way for us to climb out of here, like up the?
If you have a rope, you can toss it up. It's 15 feet.
Yeah,
tell us the rope
I got
down,
50
too.
rope. Or you can throw a rope down, and I'd
Yeah.
like to climb up it as
All right.
and get out of this water as quickly as you can.
Yep.
We'll have to climb up too. I think Marty can just kind of scamper up pretty well. He has a climbing speed equal to his running speed.
Oh, okay.
So I think he'll
Hold us
just.
down.
It's this. If you look on the map, this stuff is like hanging out over the ledge.
Mhm.
Oh, nice.
So, can he jump 15 feet?
He is particularly jumpy.
Okay.
So
Mountain lions are jumpy.
yeah.
If he can jump 15 feet, he can grab onto the edge of it and
I mean, my normal cat can
pull
jump
himself up.
from the bottom of the stairs to the top
Yeah.
of them, so
For sure.
I'd believe it.
He has a long jump of 25 feet
Wow.
distance-wise.
Okay.
It doesn't say anything about a high jump, but
Let's say he can
That's
jump.
cool.
okay.
That's if he bounces off the wall. And
Nice,
he can
yeah.
get up there.
Parkour.
Hardcore parkour.
All right.
25 feet. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wonder how long mountain lions really can jump.
Hmm?
Okay.
Probably ways.
Erica, what's that voice doing now?
Leave.
I'm sorry, we can't leave. That's not an option for us.
Did you guys make a new friend? Who's this?
We don't know. It's been a strange voice speaking to us for a few minutes now, and I
And then
I
minecarts
believe
and
it's
mayhem.
possessing the mine carts and some other machinery in here. but
Oh.
We've been unable to locate the.
What the? Well, that's not
Location.
very nice. Kurnath,
More
is this the
dangers
voice?
await.
More? No more dangers. Look, I just got sucked down in a little vortex of water through a river, and I thought I was going to die.
More
Please, no
dangers?
more.
Are there more dangers?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I expect it at this point, but
Kurnath, is this the same voice that?
Kurdath shakes his head no. He's feeling a little bit braver. And says that he says, what happened to the old voice?
Silence.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, I
For good or
I
ill, we
would
need
say
to
let's
get the
keep
children
going down
there.
these tracks. I mean, are there more lanterns down that direction? I mean, we've gone from
Yes.
one lantern room to another. Can we just follow the?
If you're coming down
Inhabited
here,
lanterns?
is that where you look
Yeah,
at?
yeah, sure.
Then yes, there's more
Well-
lantern area.
Do you think this voice is like really good at seeing things? Maybe I could try to sneak ahead of it so it doesn't know that we're. Yeah. Okay. Sully will crack his knuckles and motion for Marty to follow close behind him, and he'll split off ahead and try to forge a path and scout.
Okay.
I do not have control of the tokens for Sully and Marty.
yeah, because I just copied you in here. Hang
That
on.
would be awesome.
Oop, I can't do it all at once. Dang it. Alright.
For our viewers, fun fact, mountain lions can jump actually about 40 feet distance from a standstill.
Yeah.
And they can
cow.
vertically clear distances of 15 feet and higher.
Wow.
They're pretty great.
So the 15 feet is on point.
Holy crap.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I was watching a video of a lynx that was jumping these like old posts from a bridge.
Yeah.
And it was an amazingly long jump from a pedestal, just leaping. It was crazy. And it was just a lynx.
Cats are cool, man. It's
They
true.
have some wicked abilities.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, thank you. I got that.
there you go. Da-da-da-da. The more you know.
The more you know. All right, yeah. Sully and Marty will just kind of forge ahead
So
and
what
see
do-
if we can scout.
Which direction are you going to go now? There's like multiples.
Oh!
Follow the tree.
While I'm here, sorry, that's a great idea. I'll tap you, and I'll give it to Kurdath or Kelvin. Kurdath or Kelvin. Kelvin doesn't like head stuff, so I'll give it to Kurdath.
Okay.
And we have a psychic connection for the next 4 hours.
All right.
Okay,
Awesome.
good deal. Which way do you think we ought to go here, Sully?
Okay, you find yourself on another ledge at the fork of this river.
Mhm.
There are rails that head down to the south, and kind of a bridge that goes over the water again, and then takes you off more to the west.
Well, you guys said that there were minecarts, is that right? That
Mhm.
came down the path?
Mhm.
So that doesn't sound super fun. So how about we don't go down the tracks? And
Okay.
instead we kind of see where these other
And does it
things
look
lead.
like any of
Yeah.
this has more light, any of these ways, or is it all pretty
It's about even.
equal?
I would say it's
Okay.
probably even.
Okay.
I don't like the looks of that bridge, though.
Yeah. Well, he's light and small.
Yeah. And Marty's a really good jumper.
There you
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're going to head across that bridge.
Okay. Does anything stop them as they go across that bridge, Erica?
We're trying to be stealthy. I don't know what that means in this weird
I don't think it
It means
sentient tunnel.
It means very little, actually.
Oh, nice.
No.
Okay, good.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know quite where
Okay.
this location is. So
Oh, that's true, because you can't see everything either.
no.
Let's just say that she would probably be very nervous.
Oh, very much
Yes.
so.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where everyone is. We're heading across this bridge down into the depths.
You bring the danger.
Do you think she's talking to me? No, I have no idea.
All of you.
As a group, yeah.
All of you bring the danger.
Well, the danger is coming whether we like it or not,
Yeah.
which is
We're-
why we're here.
I would say we're the least dangerous of people that may come in here, but we'll see.
Did you tell it that we're coming in peace? We come in peace, not like we don't mean to hurt anything. Unless you plan on hurting something, then maybe we'll have a hurting problem later. But otherwise, I don't think that we have an issue. We're mostly just trying to look out for this fine young gentleman, as he has some siblings and he's just worried about them. We just want to make sure they're okay. Don't know who you are, if you're a thing or a person, but maybe
They are
just
fine.
Okay, well, like, can you put them on the recorder thing so that we can hear?
Can you put them on the mic blades?
Up ahead, you hear a marching, tromping sound coming towards you
Oh.
From that direction.
from that direction.
Oh.
Awesome.
It's like some kind of automaton.
We got mammoths,
Awesome.
mammoths coming our way.
this is in the stats, it's a tin soldier, but it's the same as an automaton or a animated suit of armor, basically. I'm just using the picture from D&D Beyond, but if you want to imagine something more just android robotic type.
Okay.
So not necessarily armored, but definitely, like you said, automaton would be the best way to describe that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any sign of a Warforged in there?
They do not appear to be warforged. That's a
So
good
they're
question.
a pair?
There are 4 of them.
Oh.
And they just showed up like out of thin air, or they're
They
coming
started.
down the corridor?
You hear them
They
coming
marched
down
your
the.
way.
Okay.
They hear them marching towards you, before you see them. But since I don't have a map over there, and we had to deal with that thing last time,
Sure.
we're just gonna have them
Throw
meet
them
up
on
with
right
you
here.
right here.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, if I feel like, we're going to have a fight, I will cease to scout and flee to
Okay.
the safety of my compatriots.
All right, they chase you back.
And I just say,
and
guys!
Okay.
They will. You know what? They will halt
Okay.
right here on the bridge. Chunk.
On the bridge?
Half on the bridge, so a couple of them are still on the bridge, and they stop here.
Do
But they
any of us have any, or at least does Eddie have any recognition of these beings in mythology or anything like that? No?
No, maybe make a really high history check.
History?
Yeah, something.
In my time in Slitfell, would I know anything like that? Sorry, I'm
Okay,
thinking of my
maybe.
campaign, Paul Watch.
And Paul
20.
Watch.
Paul
Ooh, a
Watch.
20.
Mm-hmm.
They appear to be some kind of proto. They look very old.
Okay.
And you remember rumors of like proto Warforged
Okay.
animated objects and stuff that were not necessarily sentient.
They didn't have souls,
Yeah,
potentially?
exactly.
Okay.
And so these would remind you of,
Okay.
remind Eddie of those kind of stories that he'd read before.
Okay, so I will say, I'll just say, creatures, halt. What is your purpose?
They take on kind of an aggressive. They're in kind of an aggressive stance as much as they are not wearing. They're not carrying any weapons.
Okay.
But their arms are up and they are blocking you from going forward.
Okay,
Do they react to what I said at all?
They do not react to what you say.
Turn back.
it seems like that's the way to go.
It would seem that was the way to go.
Path of most resistance.
So then I'll appeal to the, I will say, malign spirit. We will go through these, but we would prefer to pass by. We're here to help Kurdath find his family. Do you recognize him?
That's a good question.
That's a fair question.
It is a fair question. Let me interject that you, Erica, you don't you can't physically see them yet.
Yeah.
But I'll let you know when
Okay.
you can. How about that?
So, back to
So
the
yeah,
question.
I just said we are here with Kurdath to you reunite him with his family, and do you recognize him?
How can I trust who it is you speak of is who it is?
Well, I would. The only way I
Jason
could assume
Kurdath.
is if you recognize him, Kurdath. Do you know? Tell something about the place that your family's from that maybe no one else would know unless they were there.
Yeah.
Describe the numbers, something.
He says, Kurdath speaks up and he says, I have 13 brothers and sisters, and
Maybe their names.
Man, you're gonna make me
You
name all of
can
them.
list them. blah 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 and overwrite.
Like I came up with 13
I
names.
know. Sneezy.
Well, I just like For the concept of transporting them.
Sleepy.
Beth and Gertrude and Paul,
So
Tim and Eric and
Thanks a lot, Mark.
No,
You
no.
have disadvantage the whole rest of the night.
I mean, like Kurdath, Lurdath, Gerdath, Murdath.
Brethren, Drathen.
Yeah.
yeah.
And Tom Bombadil.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Why not?
There was the
We just go and bowl me.
the cabin where we ate and had the statue, and then we all slept in the other one. He's
the other
trying
one.
to, in the other one. He's only 13. If Erica, if you wanted to see them, you could let them, if you trust them. At this point, you could let them pass by these automatons, and you would be able to see them finally.
I also have another option.
Hmm.
My little friend.
Yes.
I don't like this other option. Doesn't sound good.
I'll send my little friend, I think.
Okay.
Ooh, is this a
Do you want-
Mom?
Yeah, I know. That's what my
I know.
Go to my little friend.
Make a stealth check, or like sneaking, or just send it out.
Just send it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe like peeking through the automaton's legs.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So in that form.
Yes, in that form.
It is a little friend.
Eddie, you spot it first. Your perception is awesome, of course.
Okay.
Although
Um,
Marty might spot him.
Oh, it's true. Marty would also.
That's true.
Probably
Marty
catch his scent first.
starts sniffing, and gets down and ready to like pounce. And you see a little fox running up between. Let me get back to the map that you guys need to be on.
I love foxes.
Somebody's gonna die.
Marty's,
In a different
Marty's gonna eat that
way.
fox.
I love foxes.
Okay, so
Pick the right one.
it comes. Let me kind of trace this path here so you can see it. You see it scurrying down and across this bridge, and then it's just like you said, in between the legs of these automatons, looking over.
Its eyes are noticeably a little bit more of kind of like the shade of like an eagle's eyes as opposed to a normal fox's brown. So it's a little bit weird, but otherwise it looks like just a normal red fox. Like regular coloration, about the right size. Nothing really strange about it other than that it's in this cave and it has like kind of golden eyes.
Do you
Okay.
point it out, Eddie?
Yeah.
And then you would finally get to see the group. They've got two humans, one ranger and one cleric who dresses like a rogue. A man from the West Desert and dressed in those clothes, and then a gnome and a mountain lion standing in front of a dragonborn who you do recognize as well.
Yeah, the fox will chitter defensively
Okay.
against the mountain lion.
Great.
Just kind of.
Okay.
Can I eat it?
No, not right now.
Can I eat it?
Not right now. Later, I promise we'll find you some food, okay?
Fox's fur is like bristling a little bit.
Friend familiar, keep the familiars unfamiliar. Ooh.
All right. I think, Erica, you need to decide what you want to do first.
Do I recognize the dragon?
Yes.
Okay. I kind of want to take a closer look at the dragonborn, just in case there's something weird about him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You notice, so the fox comes scurrying up closer.
I do tell Marty if the fox attacks him, Kurdath, to rip into it.
And
It's not
the
going to come
fox-
too close.
The fox kind of cocks his head as it gets closer and then peels back. And Erica, you notice that this red dragonborn has coppery
Oh.
skin scales instead of red scales.
He's been disguised. It would be wearing off some, I would
It-
imagine.
it
at
is
this
probably
point.
wearing
okay,
off.
Okay, because we did disguise.
He got
it.
ingested by
I
the
can't make it that
slime,
easy.
right?
I can't make it that easy for
I
you.
know.
You got ingested by the slime, right? Didn't they eat the makeup and suck it all
It
off?
might-
Did he
might
get
be-
pulled in by the? Did he get pulled in?
He did.
He did get
Uh,
attacked by the slime, or by the
the
It was
Rescue.
Copper, the rest that he healed back to red. There you
It's
go.
not my fault. You guys put makeup on him.
That's true. Yeah, no, we did.
This is on you. Yeah, so she does not believe
Make it.
you.
Have a makeup perception check.
Maybe.
How about that? We'll give him a chance.
Yes. Hey, first roll for me, actually.
Oh,
Technically
yeah.
speaking. Ooh. Once things load. That is the key component.
Do you want to use my fox dice?
I could.
Yeah. There you
I was
go.
gonna say, my roll.
Wait.
Took a long time to load. For
Do I
some
do it
reason,
with the
but-
fox's perception?
Yes.
I don't know what that is,
That's a good
so-
question.
I think foxes would have like a +1 wisdom with advantage on spells. That's my guess.
Let's look it up. Familiars and perception.
It depends on their stat block, I think.
Yeah.
You can communicate it with telepathically.
Yep.
Da-da.
Perception's +3.
Plus
for a
3
normal
is what
fox,
the-
yeah.
And
Yeah.
within a certain distance, I can see through.
+3 to perception.
Foxes have dark vision. Come on.
They do?
They do.
Everything but a
Oh,
cat.
wonderful.
Crazy.
Yeah, so it will use its own perception,
Yes.
not yours.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
There you go.
+3.
But it's got a great perception, looks like, so.
What's the bonus to it?
+3.
3.
Yeah.
I think that makes it a 17.
Okay. It's taken back at first, but you notice that it is mostly red. With just a few
Well, I would
streaks.
imagine their
a few
features
streaks
are
of
are
copper.
unique, right? Like if I painted
And
my
yes.
face yellow, I would still look like me.
So it can kind of tell the difference between it being the bronze painted on versus the red being painted on.
Yes.
That was kind of the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Key
true,
component there.
True.
And so it would recognize Kurdath then once it gets close enough.
Interesting. Okay.
Kurdath, do you recognize that thing?
Oh yeah, what is that fox, Kurdath?
I've never seen that.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
What's a
what about
fox?
these things? What about these
Never
things?
seen a fox before?
Have you seen these?
No.
Have you seen these,
Cutest.
these walking things over here? These mechanical. You ever see those?
Sometimes I hear things like that.
Oh, okay, so you've heard these things. Okay.
Like they make noises like I've heard before.
Sure, sure. Mr. Fox, I'm like looking down between the legs as it's scurrying back.
Mrs. Fox.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs.
Yeah,
Fox.
Mrs. Fox.
Or
No,
just
it's male.
Well, but like I'm
Fox.
assuming this is the
Is it
voice that we've
fantastic?
been hearing.
Oh, okay.
yes.
That's awesome.
Oh, okay.
I
So
was
this,
trying to-
this is the malevolent spirit in fox form
Yeah.
now.
Yes.
Cool.
There you go.
I like it.
Okay, so I will look, and I will continue this diatribe. Malign spirit, is this not Kurdath? Can we not pass? We're trying to, find the rest of his family.
He may return to his family.
Yeah, that's not part of the deal. We're his protectors.
Awesome.
Is it the fox?
You are mistaken. I'm his protector.
Well, why don't we talk about that? Like, why can't we all be protectors of these kids?
I don't know you.
Okay, well, what do we need to do to
Ask
get to know
Kurdath.
him?
Ask Kurdath. I mean, we've made
How
a
long
great
has
friendship.
he known you?
What, 4?
Oh, like 3 days.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
but
3
Oh,
long
3
days.
but we have rescued him from what could have been, for sure imprisonment. I mean, he was going to be imprisoned.
So they did save me from the red, from the people in red.
Yes, we did. From the Kine, who had some
Kind of
potentially,
rude.
yeah, they were potentially going to hurt him. So, and we
Does
just
that ring a
backtracked
bell?
him to
I don't
here.
That would be one of the prophecies that you know about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And believe me, I am no huge fan of theirs.
Oh yeah, not this kind, other kind.
Different kind of kind?
Yeah.
Different kind, not this kind of kind.
Yeah.
Am I aware of different types of kind?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
Most
Okay.
people weren't until about a month ago.
Yeah,
True.
they were all the same.
little less validity there for me now. Because
Sure enough.
don't know. I don't. Thinking aloud to myself here. Okay.
Listen, what it seems like to us is that Kurdath kind of grew up in these caves and was held here almost against his will. He seemed like he was fine with his family, but we honestly did come to try and help bestow some kind of liberty and freedom to people who may be trapped here. Also, guide them to safety. We've already guided one of his brothers to this haven where he can be safe and be raised in a more open environment under the protection of someone who can, you'd be a little insane to go up against them. I'm just saying.
Well, you may want to name drop. It's Lady Sylvana.
Yeah, Lady
The Silver
Sylvana.
Dragon. I'll drop the name. Let's go.
It's just, we do care about Kurdath, but because these people seem to have some heading on where this cavern was, we wanted to make sure that they were going to be okay and get here first. But now that we're here, we'd love to help shepherd you guys to a maybe brighter future. And you can come. We're not saying like you have to, unless you are the cave. If you were a sentient cave, but just throwing it out there. I mean, this doesn't seem like the optimum situation.
2 children I know of have already left this cave and have gotten in a lot of trouble. I'm going to make sure the rest don't.
Good point.
Yeah.
Why do you think we're here?
Well, again, you're not 100% safe. There have been 2 escapees, so that's why we felt like there could be some improvement potentially in their situation.
Not to insult you, oh great
Absolutely
malevolent.
She's very insulted.
We think that there might be some other alternatives to consider for the kids.
Yeah.
You know, for kids.
Yeah.
For the children.
Think of the kids.
For the greater good.
So
Mine
maybe
shafts are no place for kids to grow up.
may we please proceed? Kurdath would like to see his family again, and we want to make sure that he's going to be safe too.
The fox gets closer to you.
Marty growls, but I like, hi!
It doesn't quite let you touch it, but it's...
I'll bring out some like jerky that I have in a pouch and like
There's a
offer.
lot of jerky.
It'll grab some and run away with it.
Yeah.
There's a start.
Yeah.
It's a start.
It's a
Yeah,
start.
feeding them's the start.
See, malevolent spirit, we're not all that bad.
I just realized that I was looking through those eyes at the same time, so it was me grabbing the jerky in my mouth and running away with it.
Sure.
That's the way to do it.
POV.
Yeah. Okay. I don't... Distance, locations...
You,
I need a little bit of an
what's
update
the
there.
best way to... I'll just email this to you real quick.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, that'll work.
That'll work.
I've always wanted to roll initiative against a landmass. I think it would be really interesting. And a network of caverns would be a very interesting fight. I don't know if it would receive psychic damage very well, but...
It's actually reminding me a lot of
Probably a lot of hit
of
points.
Dungeonborn. Have you read that?
No,
Yeah.
no.
It's a sentient spirit
Yeah,
that
it's a
grows
good
a dungeon. It's
What?
feeling very
Oh.
similar.
Cool.
It's
Nice.
really it's interesting because there's a whole genre of fiction that's come up where it's recognized within the frame of the book that there are levels and that people are gaining levels. It's a kind of the idea that
Oh, that's
they
cool.
understand the rules that they live under in a Dungeons and Dragons type of a scenario or role
Interesting.
playing. Yeah, it's really interesting. Anyway,
Yeah,
it's very
it's
different.
cool.
Let me know when it's sent over.
1 second. Save.
Or it's called Literary RPG. That's what it's called.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
The fox returns for some more turkey.
Yeah, hey. I try to like give him some scritches behind his ear.
I think that's an animal handling. I don't know though.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, do an
You
animal
got
handling
it.
for me.
You got
yeah.
it. Wisdom is not my highest score, but I
'Cause-
am proficient in animal handling. I'm going to use a psionic ability die because I'm proficient in animal handling. There we go.
Why
That's
not?
better. 15 for 18.
Sully needs to use some resources up, sure.
You get to
Yeah.
scritch the fox's ear.
All right, I just emailed that to you. And that really bad mouse handwriting says you are here.
Nice.
I'm just trying to imagine
And then
how a mouse's handwriting would appear. Like a
Like a mouse.
mouse. For a mouse.
Yeah.
That's where my head is at. I'm like,
Why not? We got foxes and
Yeah, that's
stuff
what I was
now.
thinking.
No mice, please. I'm still
Lions.
recovering. It's not, no mice.
It's a fox.
That's okay.
It's a
All
fox. It
And
eats
then-
mice.
Just so you know, on that thing that you're looking at, the dragonborn are at the bottom, off to the bottom.
No. You don't get to see. This is for me. Okay. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Woohoo,
That clears
technology.
things up for me.
Okay.
Yay. Okay. The Tin Shoulders don't take down their aggressive stance, but they do back away a little
Oh,
bit.
Okay. All right. Like back to here.
Yes.
All right. The tin soldiers, these automatons start marching backwards without turning around or looking back. They just keep stepping backwards in lockstep.
Fascinating. I try to walk backwards while marching and see. Just a
I
little bit,
will.
just a couple steps.
I will advance as they start to go back, kind of like we're being invited.
Okay.
My
The fox jumps in front of you
okay.
and seems to like want you to follow, but
Okay.
also I kind of want to roll something real fast.
Okay.
What was-
Do the cave-in trap. Do the cave-in trap. No, I'm just joking.
I mean,
DM, what?
I was very tempted to, but we're past that
Sorry.
point.
I gave her a list of traps and stuff that she could use. Cave-in being one of them.
I wasn't sure we were to do that one, so yeah.
No worries. You've been great.
Yes. So
You've been a great dungeon.
stealth track. I'm gonna stealth
Okay.
a little bit.
Oh, good luck beating Eddie's passive perception.
Is that a 1?
No, it's a 4. It
The
was
other
a
end.
4.
Oh,
Okay.
The 4? Okay.
Yeah. So 4 plus what 2?
Okay. Is that for the fox or for you?
For me.
All right. Eddie, as you get up here,
Mm-hmm.
you see.
Yeah.
Let me bring this over. You look up to the north, and
Okay.
you see a crack in the wall of the stone wall.
Okay.
And just as you're rounding the corner, you see a figure like peeking through the crack,
Mm-hmm.
kind of go eep, and then it pulls back, and the wall kind of slams shut.
Yeah.
The wall slams shut.
Yes, it slides shut.
Did it look mechanical or magical?
Mechanical, I guess. It grinds and
It's like a physical.
yeah, like a physical
thing.
wall.
It didn't magically seal shut.
No.
We
Yeah. Right.
ping where that was on the map.
Oh yeah,
that
just
I
right
have
here.
an
It's
idea.
right at the end of this hallway. So, where I haven't. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, I'm on the GM overlay again. Gosh dang it. Okay.
Right
So
there.
just right here.
Okay.
At the end of this hallway.
But the automatons are going down the other way. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they've
And where's
backed
the
up.
fox? Where'd the fox go?
I don't know where the fox is.
The,
The
fox
fox
is
came
right in
from
front of
up-
you.
Okay.
Fox
so
And
the
it's
fox-
leading
that
you
way.
towards that.
toward that. Okay,
Yes.
so we'll continue to follow the fox. I won't follow the automatons then. And
Sully, who is oblivious to that, asks Jin, so how do you think, like, the fox is talking? Because, like, its mouth isn't moving, but...
You know, when Marty started before Marty started talking, I might have had an answer for you, but now I just don't know.
I mean, because this is different, though, right? Marty doesn't talk out loud. He just talks to my head. So, like, we're hearing this with our ears.
yes, I
So, like, the
would.
fox, like, broadcasting some sound.
If not, sounds like they're familiar to me.
A familiar?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not familiar. What is...
If not a spirit, a companion.
Oh.
Warlocks tend to have them. Some wizards do too.
Okay.
The voice speaks up again. Weapons away.
Easy,
spells
mine's been
away.
Oh, well, I don't know. I'll take out one of my knives, the one that I did not give to Kurdath, but the one that I kept for myself from the kind people, and
I'll go ahead.
I'm just gonna set it down on the wood far away from the ledge. On the stone, not the wood.
So,
I'll put
and
my
Eddie will
staff
take
down.
his mace and throw it on the ground.
Okay.
Like just plunk on the ground.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'll look at Kelvin to see what he does.
Kelvin's hanging back by Kurdath.
He's not gonna leave his weapons.
I
And,
wouldn't think he would, no.
He's just standing back. He'll be at the back of the end of the line, kind of eyeing the automatons.
Automatons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
He's a little less trusting. But the fox stops right before this wall.
And once you've put your weapons away, it'll start scratching at it like a cat.
Okay.
Yep.
And the wall slides open again.
The fox moved the wall.
Fox of power, man.
Wow.
Me. I've never heard of one. But
Marty, can you
clearly
do
we're
that?
Looking at
It
it.
goes just in the doorway and plops its rear down, just sits, just kind of looks
Okay.
at you.
Let's go ahead and bring all
What
this
is
up.
this?
And
Where it
inside you
fits, it
see,
sits.
for those of you with a passive perception above a 6, you see a figure huddled underneath a desk.
Underneath the desk?
Yep.
On top of the desk is a glowing. So in this room there are lots of eldritchy type arcane glowing lines and such.
Okay.
On top of the desk, it makes out a map of this area, and you can see these 6 dots on the map, 7 dots, I guess now.
Yeah.
And all gathered close together, and then you see 4 dots down just past them a little bit. You see several other dots moving around through tunnels and stuff, and then you also see another group of dots further to the south.
Maybe
on
12?
this table, maybe 13, maybe 12.
You also see a book or two just laying on one of the counters,
Okay.
just kind of strewn about.
Okay, but there's a girl underneath the desk?
Yes. Yeah, you see.
So I will. The very first thing I do is I'll be like, "Oh hey, are you trapped in there? Do you need help?"
I think she's just fine.
I'm just gonna assume that this is another prison.
Right, yeah.
So
No.
What does she look like?
It's the fox!
oh,
Um,
are you the fox?
No, the owner of the
no,
familiar.
I'm not the fox. No. The fox is my friend.
Okay.
I'm.
Oh, have we been speaking to you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just thought that maybe you were another prisoner. What is all that arcane light in there about? Into the arcane light, didn't you say there were
Oh, yeah.
symbols and stuff?
It's a means of tracking you
Okay.
and other inhabitants of this cave.
Sorry, I need to plug my laptop in.
Oh.
And I know I can't do that
Yeah,
one,
don't do
right?
that one.
Yeah.
Do that
She's
one over there.
very guarded right now, very apprehensive. I mean, she's
Oh, yeah.
literally huddled under a desk, like looking at you, just trying to keep her distance to some degree.
Sully is contemplating in his mind the threat to his reputation as the cool kid with an animal companion that the lady with the fox is posing, and is kind of trying to size her up as like a reputational fight, not an actual fight.
You
No.
can see that she's, very wary of you for starters, but she's. You also smell something. Smell something good. It smells really nice. It smells like
Okay.
chocolate
Oh.
or something, like a baked chocolate chip cookie.
Oh, plus the
I'm
lime.
hungry now.
Dying.
Thanks,
And-
Africa. I haven't had dinner yet.
I-
I have wings waiting for me at home.
Oh, man.
And then you also spot like a little platter with like a couple baked goods on it, on one of the counters.
He's no longer thinking about that.
I figured
Just slowly walks forward.
Yeah.
No.
I think so.
So what should we call you? Malign spirit? I feel kind of bad saying that. I mean, well, I don't know. You did hit me twice. I think that was you.
Are
I
you
would assume.
immortal?
Immortal or
I do
immoral?
reckon I am
Immortal.
I do believe I am considered immortal.
Okay.
I haven't done anything to
Amortal.
make it otherwise.
Immortal.
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't done anything to make it otherwise, so
Alright.
I would assume.
So not a
that's-
spirit.
No, I'm very much so corporeal.
Okay.
Yeah.
How would you describe her?
Well, I mean, she's huddled in her desk right now, so you can't get a
Yeah.
good gauge on her height, but she's definitely, like, not well built as far as, like, muscles go. She's definitely
more
done...
bookish.
Yeah,
more
more...
scholarly.
Not scrawny, necessarily. She's a little bit more just, like... She's been living a softer life, I guess. She's got brown, like, dark brown hair with, like, kind of a reddish tinge to it. And her ears point her out as half elven.
Okay.
And you would guess probably wood elf, based on her complexion and such.
And the
her
fox.
and her
And the
shoes
fox is
are a little bit odd because they look like the shoes of a hunter. They look like the shoes of somebody who would be out hunting, which doesn't fit with her more scholarly look in general.
Okay. And the room what does it look like? Does it look like a place that you would sleep and live, or is it,
It
more like
looks
a
more command center-ish.
like a
Yeah.
workstation?
Exactly. So this room is lit up without lanterns. It's lit up by these glowing runes and sigils around, and there are books, like you said, not just the books that you're reading, but also large stacks of like log books, longer and bound with hard covers. Some opened up, maybe one or two opened up, but then just rows of these
Tons of
log
bookmarks
books and stuff like that.
made of just like random bits of bark and stuff.
So are you the master of this place? Did you make it?
No,
Who
no,
put you in charge?
my father.
Your father, okay.
Yes.
And where's your father?
I don't know that.
Okay.
I can't answer that question at the time. He's not on one of my maps.
Oh,
She
okay.
plays it off to some degree.
Okay. I'm assuming you are the protector of the 13 Dragonborn? Well, 11 now that 2 of them have escaped.
I'm taking 13 siblings, so 14 total.
14
She'll
total.
get out
Missing
from-
one, so 12.
Okay, yeah, because
Yep.
you've got the
Right.
So-
Timeline wise, and just this is for Erica too.
Mhm.
But so KJ, the first Dragonborn, escaped, just wandering around, got lost, and escaped probably 6 or 8 months ago.
Oh, 6 or 8. I thought
Um, how long has it been then?
It's
You
been
guys were wandering around after he got caught and stuff. You guys spent about a
Prison
month
for a while.
trying to figure out what you were doing with your lives, right?
Mhm.
And it was probably 3 months before that, before you actually got down there and it got word to. So let's call it 5 months, 5 to 6 months.
Okay.
Kurdath has been missing. Kurdath went looking for him. He liked him. I don't remember what we said.
Drevin.
Drevin, thank you.
Yes.
I couldn't remember what his real name was besides KJ.
KJ's the only one that matters.
So Kurdath goes looking for Drevin about a few weeks ago, finally finding the path that he took out and ending up going through the stream and getting out of the caves and stuff, but was he ended up being captured by these kind cultists who then were trying to get him to tell them where the rest of the Dragonborn were so that they could gather together the ones that they were looking for. But yeah, Drevin has been gone for probably about 5 months then. Let's call it 5.
Okay.
So I didn't lose him. Okay.
Yes.
Probably got lost on your dad's watch.
Probably.
You probably lost Kurdath.
Yeah, I definitely lost Kurdath.
So, yes, there you go.
Oh, Kurdath was the month one.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
where my timeline is.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Gotcha, gotcha.
Yep. So this woman, she'll get out from underneath the desk. She'll stand up, brush off her like overcoat duster sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a greenish color, like an olive greenish, grayish. She stands at about like 5'1".
Taller than me.
A little bit taller than the gnome, but she's pretty small for like a general humanoid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Lene.
Well, hello,
That's-
Lene.
that's
It's
what you call
nice
me.
to finally have an introduction. I apologize for ignoring your warnings earlier, but I tend to not necessarily conform to authority, so I apologize.
It's true. You kind of pushed his buttons there, didn't you?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do you know Lady Sylvana? This is a very
I know of her. I am
Well
not
built setup.
particularly acquainted. Although I think I have some friends who might know her. Maybe.
Hopefully in a pleasant manner.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah,
Because
they're
that
like-
would have been
yeah,
really
they're-
awkward otherwise.
So-
They're scholars in their own
This
right.
isn't.
I've got a question that I've been dying to answer
It's
for months now. Where are these Dragonborn coming from? Are you hatching them and growing them here? What is going on?
So
What kind of facility is this?
we're not intentionally growing them.
Well, I'm sorry, what?
That is the exact right answer.
She keeps a very professional look on as best as she can.
Okay.
There comes a time when every egg has to hatch. And now's kind of the time?
Okay. So there's a collection of eggs that are hatching?
Yes, it's not one that anybody that I know has collected. It's something that was already here.
Ah. It existed here. How many more are there?
47.
Maybe.
What? That's so many.
Maybe more, maybe less. I haven't done an exact count. I don't.
But
I'm
it's
not
many. And they're continually hatching.
about one a year. That's about the average.
Okay.
Well,
How long has this place been here?
Hundreds, thousands of years.
Long time.
Very long time.
Has it always been used for this?
Not for hatching Dragonborn, that's for certain.
sorry, how did you come about being here?
My dad.
All right, and how did he come about being here? You say his dad, I'm going to throw a tantrum.
He never told me the full story. But from what I gathered, he found this place.
Seems
And
like Lady
then-
Sylvana didn't tell me the whole story either.
Several years later, the Dragonborn eggs started hatching, and he took it upon himself, along with my mother, to take care of them.
Okay.
And I've sort of followed in their footsteps there, trying to protect them. To the best of my
Where is he
ability.
now?
Just to back up,
Oh,
though,
yeah,
I
that's
don't
right, we
think
don't
that
know.
your dad or you would probably know, like you would know of her as the, yeah, because she didn't know where this place was or anything like that.
No,
so.
no, none of my immediate
Yeah.
family knows
Okay.
Sylvana at all.
All right.
I have
Yeah.
I think one of my friends might have ended up studying at like her library or something,
Okay.
but she doesn't have any direct
Yes.
connections. So,
Gotcha.
Okay, well.
but she's heard the stories.
Okay. Gotcha.
But yes, this place its original purpose was definitely not to hatch Dragonborn.
Right.
Hmm.
And it seems to be if children are leaving, it seems to be less secure of a place than I would probably want them. I don't know.
Well, it's a cave.
Yes.
Mm.
There's
Exactly.
a lot of ways in and out of
Sure.
caves.
Sure.
So it is somewhat hard to secure everything.
I'm
for
sure of that. So where are the rest of the Dragonborn?
Dots. Then kind of represent people moving around.
Mhm.
Are there any that are currently
Moving
moving
towards us.
or new ones showing up?
No.
I'm just going to
Although,
keep glancing back on that.
It does track the automatons too.
Mhm.
So you see those moving around
Okay.
in the caverns.
Is there a different
But they
symbol for
don't.
them, or
Sure. We'll make things that are alive be red, and the automatons can be green.
Okay.
Okay.
How about that?
That's good to know.
So Lene knows. that the Dragonborn are all kept in a large cavern structure that's further downstream.
Okay.
And don't interact with anything up on this level. Like, Kurdath doesn't recognize any of this stuff, whatever.
Right.
And the automatons are mostly just used to move around food and whatnot. And
I also have a spell called Unseen Servant.
oh yes,
Okay.
That's
So-
the best.
That one definitely is useful.
and generally speaking, the supplies and stuff are just floated down the stream
Okay.
to where they're at.
So it's kind of a hands-off terrarium style.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna
Okay.
say, who's your-
Yeah, so Linnea's
who's your
father has been
mechanic?
very just observing and taking care of, except for in the instance of when the eggs are hatched. So, so Linnea can decide what you want to show them. Those are the two options. There is where the eggs are hatched versus where they're at. So,
Yeah.
where would you like to go next?
I know this might be kind of weird because, like, you know, if you've been protecting them for this long and never has any visitors, this might be weird, but really, we promise. Like, we are with Lady Sylvana, who I hope your reputation idea of her is that of a good one. We don't intend any harm. We genuinely were worried about these Dragonborn, thinking that they were enslaved in some way, and
No, far from it.
even so, we'd love to
Or in the very least, stuck
kind of give
somewhere.
them maybe some brighter semblance of a future than just being stuck in a cave.
Yeah. I mean, I think that would be good. But we also have a cache of eggs to concern ourselves with, or at least to concern the group with. Kind of what's the long-term goal of this? Just to keep them alive?
Keep them alive, keep them safe. And, well, I have a particular interest in the prophecies that surround them.
Oh.
There's,
Which ones?
well, I mean, there's two main ones that, I mean, if you know anything about them, you probably already
Nope.
know them.
We know nothing about
No?
the prophecies.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I mean, we
I mean, barely anything, right? I mean, we know that that there's a prophecy that the return of the Dragonborn may create a change for the kind, and we know that there's a prophecy from the Harbingers that they are
Bringers of destruction.
Yes, signaling a destruction, and they need to be destroyed. Because Dreven, we were able to save from exactly that, cultists that were looking to sacrifice him.
My father had a different idea entirely, in that they were just here.
That's what we all figure. They're just people, right? Like they're just
Yeah.
pawns being used.
Although
So-
it is very interesting that they started hatching now at such an oddly specific rate, if you ask me.
That does seem oddly specific.
It
So you
is.
tell us, what are the prophecies that you're involved in?
Well, the same two that you've spoken of. Those are the ones I've read about, and I mean, I can't foretell the future, not yet at least. I'll get there eventually. But
There's one other one that she knows about, but you don't have to mention it at this time. It's kind of weird being a DM and
No.
being
No, it's okay.
letting somebody else tell a story. It's kind of fun though, just to sit back and just shut up and let it come out. This is awesome. So, but that's up to you.
Don't remember
You
what
guys
it is.
close your ears. You didn't hear anything. Just kidding.
I was
You're
gonna say,
fine.
how old are these eggs?
I have no idea.
Huh.
They're as old as this place, at least, if not older,
And this place is centuries old.
as far as I can tell.
Does
if I
the
lick the cave wall, can I tell how old it is?
But you can lick the cave wall.
I
for
do,
sure.
and I try to tell.
Sully thinks
Shoot.
Sully thinks it's good first age type era.
You guys won't believe this.
It's got a first aid's vintage.
As old as rocks.
Yeah.
Rocks are usually pretty old.
Especially the glowing
In my
ones.
experience. What's your character's name one more time?
Lene.
Lene.
I can spell it out for you if you
No,
need it.
I'm
Lene is
an AD.
officially on the stream now too, so your name is up there now.
Oh,
Awesome.
yay!
No more
Okay.
question marks.
No more question marks.
Yes.
Oh boy, the mystery's gone.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, this is all great, I guess. But like you said, the purpose of being here is to keep them secret and safe.
Yes, and as far as I knew, this place had been secret for my entire lifespan, at least. But
Still is.
Mine as well.
yeah,
I
but
certainly didn't know about this place.
as I just wonder what my parents are doing at this point.
Yeah, where did they go? But you said you don't know where they went?
No, I don't know precisely. They frequently go out on hunting trips and such to, keep our supplies fresh and give me things to make magic with. Metaphorically, I'm talking about food. I like cooking. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like magic's awesome.
No, I made those cookies over there.
Oh,
They
Wait.
smell good.
so like I mean,
Yeah.
if one was to eat one of those cookies, would you be upset?
Go ahead, take it.
Oh, thank you.
I can see the pain in your eyes. Go
Oh,
ahead.
these are so good. Are they good?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There it
Oh,
goes.
they're so good.
Drowning makes us Sully very hangry. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's. I did also try to drive you guys away, so it's the least I can do, I guess.
That's
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we understand. We're not the...
Yeah, I mostly took charge of making the food for the Dragonborn, most of it at least. Oh, well, once I started coming here, I didn't start coming here until I was at least a teenager, so I've been here about as long as the Dragonborn have,
Okay.
since they started hatching, just about.
Yeah, so how old is the oldest Dragonborn? How many years ago did this begin?
Probably
What did I say?
Curtis.
15.
15 years
Curtis
ago?
was the oldest one, right?
Or does he have an older brother? I think he said he had an
Oh
older
man,
brother.
we're gonna have to go back and watch. Hang on.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna, no, I believe
This is the canon
I
one.
said.
yes.
I believe I said that it had been going on for 15 years.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
Kurdath is not the oldest, but one of the oldest.
Hmm. Can I walk up to the console, not touching it, and see if I recognize it and
I'm gonna
compare
go
it?
name all the Dragonborn real quick. You guys keep talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Compare it to anything that I've
Got it.
seen from Form specifically.
Sorry. Yes. Jin has spent some time down in Form. As you start to look around
Mhm.
and analyze these things in more detail, they look very much like ruins that you'd seen in Form. In
Mhm.
fact, this room itself looks very much like,
Fits right in.
yeah, would fit right into some of the buildings that you'd seen there.
Hmm.
That's a great question.
Hmm. I don't like this place.
Oh, really? I was gonna say it feels kind of cozy.
It is. Didn't used to be. I don't believe.
We've made do here.
Yeah, and I commend you. It is impressive. Now that I'm seeing it close up, you are possibly doing a better job than Lady Sylvana could. And I wonder where that leaves us.
Well, I mean, I'll be the one who says it. Having come from a place where I was sheltered and kept in one single location for my entire life, and told I was never going to be allowed to leave, I don't want that for these guys.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
well-
understand the protection and safety, but that's why I was told that I had to stay. And when I was able to leave, I didn't die like my parents told me I was going to die. And while I understand the unique situation with these Dragonborn being hunted by like at least 2 different cults, I don't think that should limit them from being able to live.
No, we may
I
need.
don't think we had ever discussed them eventually leaving, but for some of the youngest ones, I can't fathom letting them out with people after them. I mean, we have some that are only like they're toddlers, some of them.
Mhm.
Well, then
Kurdash
we should
is
at least
probably the oldest.
give him like some piece of what reality is. I mean, I feel like the cave here, leaving them to just be amongst themselves and never interacting with what another person looks like. And I feel like they could benefit in that way from being somewhere maybe more out in the open, under the sun, surrounded by trees and foxes and mountain lions. And
As Sully is saying this, you notice that Kurdath is like looking at your fox and like with big eyes and like just amazed at what he's looking at, having never seen one before.
The fox takes on a very friendly stance
Okay.
for Kurdash. My fox's name is Ferris, by the way.
Ferris?
Yes, Ferris.
What's his last name?
Aunt Bueller.
Ferris like iron.
Ferris like iron?
No,
Oh,
how you spell
I
it.
see. I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
Ferris.
Because it's kind of like a rusty red, right?
So
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
here's the thing. I have a decent spell that decent ability that I was able to acquire, but I don't have it ready for today, where we could send a message to Lady Sylvana to get guidance from her.
I just named one of the
potentially.
Dragonborn's Falcor. Sorry.
Oh, nice. Sweet. Don't be
Sorry,
sorry
I
about
interrupted
that.
you.
Don't be sorry about that.
Sorry.
But I would need to take a long rest to be able to. I need to sleep on it tonight. to be
About
able
how
to
long of
get
a
it.
rest?
Well, about 8 hours
Okay.
usually. But I mean, normally you can only do that
First
all
things
day.
first.
Yes.
You said there were other people on their way here now.
Potentially. There
Potentially.
were some people following us, but I did do some use of magic to try to throw them off our tail. But if
confident are
we
you in that?
found this place, I mean, it's
We shredded their
literally impossible to trace my movement for at least 2 hours of our travel.
Would I, in the time that I spent away from the group, would I have seen anyone following tracks from a distance or anything like that? Particularly any large velociraptor-like creatures?
You did have to skirt away from some large velociraptor type creatures. Not that they were super close, but around the whole area of Palem, they were
Because they understand
searching.
that's their
They're
origin.
looking for you.
We
Yeah,
are being
so-
sought after.
Yes. Well, and the source of the Dragonborn are being sought after. It's not necessarily common knowledge, but I think it's knowledge that has escaped that somewhere near the Everlasting Peak is the origin. So as that
And the kind
focus
getting
of those groups
ridiculous.
starts to narrow in, I feel like this place is going to be found. I
I
do.
have to let my sister know.
Sister, wow, how many people are there in this thing? Like, okay, there's two parents,
just
you,
just us four.
sister, okay.
Are
Although
you part
Mrs.
of a group or a cult or just the
No,
four?
just the four of us.
The four of you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My sister's mainly in charge of our town business, keeping face, and
Okay. And what town is that you're from? That
the
you're based from?
the nearest one.
Palem?
Palem?
No, it wouldn't be Palem.
It would be the what's the city at the foot of the
Hopestad.
everlasting
Hopestad would
Hopestad.
be the
Okay.
biggest city. There's small towns
Yeah.
and farming towns and stuff like that
I
around
think it'd
the
probably
area.
be a smaller one.
But you traveled back north, so you're back closer to Hopestad, but around the other side of the mountain.
Yeah,
kind
where
of-
if we cooked around mountains like this when we were
Yeah.
on this side,
Sure.
right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a smaller place near the base of the mountain.
Yeah.
But she's responsible. She knows about this place, but she doesn't know much. She doesn't know specifically about the Dragonborn or anything. She thinks I just study here,
Mhm.
which is true. That's pretty much true. But
Younger sister then?
yeah.
So are
little
the
sister.
eggs held in a different place than the hatched
Yes.
dragonborn? Okay. And are the eggs more secret? Are there more traps before those, or where's the
I
orientation?
mean,
of
there are
those?
traps everywhere.
Yes.
If you try hard
I was gonna
enough,
say.
there are traps everywhere.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Would you like to show them to him?
there are the
If
immediate
somebody starts
threat,
asking, then maybe. But she won't just go flaunting all her defenses.
Yeah, sure. No. And I
but if
want you
anything,
to keep
if
them.
anything, while Eddie rests, I'll keep an eye out for.
Well, I don't know if
Yeah,
that's what
we
we were
want.
doing or not. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that we could communicate with Lady Sylvana.
At least to confirm.
Yeah, and when also maybe give her this location.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be good for
With-
her to have that.
with the
your-
caretaker's permissions.
With your
Right.
permission.
I'm
of
not
course.
comfortable with this place being revealed just yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, at least let her know that we found it and that we.
Perhaps a rendezvous point could be established.
Sure.
That would be a good idea.
That would
For-
be
We might
Okay.
Bit more.
we would definitely need assistance here, no matter what we do. Either to reinforce this place, help fix what we broke, or
Did we
give the
break
kids.
things?
not much to my knowledge.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
okay.
we didn't.
I mean, you froze up the
We
one machine, but
killed your gelatinous cube, but it was killing us. So we fought it back. We fought back.
do I know about that?
Yeah. So this is a
We
how
wouldn't
it
wanna
kept
melt.
how your father kept the Dragonborn in their place originally was to put this gelatinous cube there. I don't know. Before I talked to you last week, we didn't know who your father was
yeah,
either.
that's fine. It's fine.
And just told the Dragonborn not to go over there,
Mhm.
or not
They'll
to go
get
down
eaten
that
by
way
a
because
gelatinous cube.
because it's not good. So, and I think we established that they would occasionally dare each other to go and slap it.
Yeah.
He touched the butt.
Certainly.
But that they knew that it was dangerous, so they would stay away from it. And the voice would tell them, don't go near the shiny wall or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So they, but that kept them from wandering out into the stream and into the main areas of the cavern and stuff like that. And it was back in the back, some crawling around through some rubble and stuff like that that Draven found this way out.
Yeah.
Actually, but.
Yeah. Well, that
And so,
does come
actually,
with
so
matters.
when you first noticed them coming through the caverns and stuff like that, the first thing you did was send the gelatinous cube at them to try and just eat them. So there you go.
Yep.
Okay.
it does complicate matters a bit, but it's not impossible.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Do any of you have a way of moving a large mound of earth in front of the cave entrance?
If you give me a shovel in about 48 hours.
That would be impressive. Let me see if
I
I've got
can
some.
move heavy
I might
objects
be able
with
to.
my mind.
I might be able to get the automatons to do some of it,
Okay.
Yeah.
just to pile it up enough
Just
so that
completely
there's.
block the entrance that we came in at least.
Kelvin's also better at a shovel than I am, too, so maybe
That's
he
true.
can do it.
He's way stronger.
Let's just, I say we just put Kelvin on doing it. He doesn't need to sleep tonight. He'll be fine.
Great.
Right, Kelvin?
Thanks, Kelvin.
With the
Thanks.
automatons.
With
With the
there we go.
automatons. I mean,
Him and the automatons, they could do a good job of
Yes.
sealing us in, maybe. I don't know. I don't think we want to be sealed in, but at least the entrance that we came in seemed pretty obvious, right?
No, you guys
It was
It took
pretty,
us a
it was
bit.
pretty tight.
You guys
yeah.
crawled through a stream
Okay.
of a spring that was coming up out of the mountains.
Okay. So it isn't very.
from the farmers.
Yeah, so
land. Yeah.
it is not obvious unless, I mean, if you're following the spring and you get up to the origin of the spring and decide to crawl in there, there's
Mhm.
nothing stopping people from just crawling in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
we
we
can bury our scent at least.
Well, yeah, that's why I had cast the pass without a trace
Yeah.
a couple of times as we were coming
Correct.
along, because I want to make sure that no one could really follow us.
Okay, so just to recap, you know that we're not here to do anything harm to those men, those cute little boys and girls, right?
I don't fully trust you yet, but
Well, that's fine, but you at least can acknowledge that we haven't done anything to hurt them, and
Not yet.
we don't really have any reason to. And then we are kind of talking about how we can. What's the best course of action for them? We're kind of worried about your parents, where they're at.
Yeah, maybe
They
we need to
might be-
locate them first.
I don't know what they're doing exactly right now. They've been out longer than they normally are,
Okay, well,
like a lot longer.
Marty's a really good finder. He's like a Hufflepuff in the that term. He's just really
The
good.
scent trail would be at least a month old.
That might be tough.
Yeah.
Through
So,
woodlands
long
and
enough.
forest and mountain range.
Long enough to worry.
There's not, I don't have a good way of contacting them either. I mean, I've tried to send Ferris out a couple of times as an owl, but it hasn't worked very well. He likes having wings, though.
Sure. Why wouldn't
Who wouldn't?
Yeah,
I do too, and my cape kind of billows in the back.
they're handy.
Long story.
I sadly can't grow those, but
I want wings. Golly. Okay, well, I don't know what to do. If you would like us to, we would like to contact our patron. I think that's a good idea, Eddie, and kind of let her know because we've accomplished everything she asked us to, make sure that the rest of the Dragonborn are safe and not in direct line of fire from cultists.
At the moment, they are safe.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, for their future, it's still, I don't know if I can quite say that they're going to continue to be safe.
Yes.
So-
and the eggs as
That's my
well.
worry as
Do you
well.
have an approximate count on how many eggs are here?
do I?
I hadn't finally decided. I wrote down 25.
25 more?
Yeah, more eggs.
Okay. So that would be a
Maybe that's too many.
I don't.
well, that would be a lot to move. That's what I'm thinking.
That's
if
true.
we were trying to move them all.
I don't think Lene fully knows about the eggs. I don't think she's been allowed there.
Lene doesn't know about the eggs. Okay.
She knows where they are, but I mean, she's been the helper to
Right.
the offhand helpers,
Right.
essentially.
Yeah,
So
it makes
So
sense.
ignore the 25. I can still decide how many there are.
Nice.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
you still have full reign, and that's why Lene answered earlier when you were like, "Are there 47?" Maybe more, maybe less. I don't know.
But there are there are 13 or 14 Dragonborn? Or
No.
13?
Hatched
There are
out.
13
Or
here.
hatched?
Yes.
Okay, 13
Well, 14.
here.
There are 14 here, counting.
Oh, yeah.
Kurnak.
With
You brought one
Kurnak
back.
with us. Yeah.
So,
Yes.
Their KJ, or sorry,
Draven.
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 is safe with Theta Savannah right now.
That's good to know.
Just
Yes, that
I think
was
we
my-
alluded to that.
What's
but
the name
he
of
is
What's
okay
the name
right
of the castle again? Not everybody knows Sylvana.
Dragon's Keep.
Oh, okay.
Just
So
Dragon's Keep, yeah.
Lady Sylvana is the patron of Dragon's Keep. Do you know where that is? Above the Harbinger's Hammer.
I mean, I've heard of her library.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, can
There
you
you
tell me
go.
about her library?
Don't tell them about the library.
Please.
He tries.
I will give you
Just kidding, that's
anything.
not me.
She has never been there.
I've never been there.
Well, what have you heard about it?
Books. So many
Jen's
books.
What
confused.
else?
But Tobias, like hundreds of miles
think
away,
one of
is
my-
giggling. So you know.
I don't know, but I used to be friends with a bookshop owner, sort of.
Okay.
Like somebody who traded in books.
Uh-huh.
And like every once in a while you could sell stuff to him as well. Like sell books to him, and
Sure.
occasionally he might try to add them to the library.
He would buy them up. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so Lady Savannah's like this collector of fine, exquisite books?
Not necessarily. They don't have to be exquisite. Some of them are just like records of oral tales.
I'm just so confused.
Do you want?
It's okay.
I mean,
No, it's nothing. It's sorry. Just Lady Sylvana said something that I think was like a hidden message for me about her library, and I wasn't able to figure it out in time. Probably wasn't a hidden message, but what if it was? I don't know, and it's driving me mad. I just
I mean,
want...
if you can write it down, I can try to help you.
She literally just said, Sully, stay out of the library.
That was the message.
And
I think I know what it means. I think it means that.
Well, don't make too fast of an assumption, because that's what I did, and now I've regretted it every day since.
No, I think I know what it means. I'm pretty good at puzzles. Okay.
Okay.
I like puzzles. She opens a crossword book full of just
Oh,
like tons
wow.
of solved crosswords.
I've never seen those type of puzzles before, but okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Sully's not a big reader.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't
I
exposed
think
to
what
it
it
growing
means
up.
is that there's hidden knowledge in there that would be dangerous if it were put into your hands.
that tracks.
There's a glint in Sully's eyes.
Oh gosh.
I think
Interesting.
Eddie and Jen share a glass, and it's like, yeah.
Okay.
That tracks.
I wonder if any of that knowledge is in one of my collections, maybe.
Do I need to stay out of it too?
I'm not going to tell you to.
Oh, okay. Disinterested.
But what if some of that's
Do not
even
touch
ours?
any of the controls in the control
What?
room.
Why not?
Don't. I'm giving you the warning. Right?
Do touch all
He
of
doesn't-
the controls.
Well, guys, okay, this is getting confusing.
None of them have command over this. This
It's
is my
true,
place.
I know.
Okay.
I was gonna say.
I just wanted him to
Okay.
stop touching stuff.
For now, right now,
Be careful
I
there.
think it might be good
might
for
come
us
out the cavern.
to be able to contact Lady Solana.
Yeah. So let's at least, if it's all right with you, can we stay the night here to get some rest?
Yes, you
Okay.
may stay the night here.
Perfect.
If you'd like, we can.
Would
even-
you like them to? Would Lene let them go down to where the other Dragonborn are?
Or
Kurdath
She
definitely
would-
should.
Stay
She
at
would
the
let
least.
Kurdash, absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
We'll be able to get him back, though, right?
Oh, you can speak with him again, for sure.
Okay.
Well, and
still-
actually, I'm going to ask Kurdath. Kurdath, would you like to see your brothers and sisters?
Yeah.
Even if there's a potential you wouldn't be able to come back with us. And
As
what
long
would
as we can find Draven again.
we will get you back with Draven for sure.
Okay.
That's our main goal, is to get your family back together and in a
I'll
safe
send a
place.
message to him too.
Okay then. Yeah, I'd love to go see.
For
I'd
sure.
love to go see them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes,
We'll all close our eyes and plug our ears. La, 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 la,
an automaton will come and
Guide him.
guide
There's-
him down, and the
Shoot.
fox will follow as well.
There's a slight problem
Okay.
in that someone went and froze the winch
Oh,
Oh,
to get him down. So
I have a solution. Floating disc.
there you go.
I can do that. I
a-
can do that one.
Wait, you cast a spell?
It's a ritual, so
Okay.
she'll have to take like 10 minutes to cast it, but
Fascinating.
once it's cast,
So Lene manipulates, and I imagine these as like Star Trek: The Next Generation style controls. So
Yes.
you just like touch things and they happen. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
She manipulates some
Sliding
things and
things,
slides
yeah.
some things over, and before long, a small pallet or raft comes down from the north of the river and stops down underneath the where the winch is at. Sorry, with one of these automatons riding on it. You finish your spell and,
Yep.
and lower him down on a floating disc, and the automaton pushes off and like a gondola kind of stick or whatever, and sends him down the river towards the this fork. Oh,
before I'm separated with Kurdath, I am going to give him a feather that I have.
okay.
And I'm going to tell him, hold on to this feather, and I'll always be able to find you.
All right. Where would you like to have them spend the night? And then we'll end there for this evening. You can
is
have
there a
them, they can
notably good
spend.
spot?
There's no beds here. There is a.
It's rough.
I've got a better roll.
I mean, she's been sleeping without a bed too, if that's the case. So.
That's true. There is a where your library and your quarters are, where your dad stays and stuff, or just back in with all the shelves and things like that. So those are kind of your choices there.
I'll take them to the library area at
All right.
least,
Okay.
with a stern warning to not burn anything, because otherwise this knowledge will be lost forever.
Sure.
We will
Free
end
something.
there then.
No worries.
And what I want you guys to be thinking about for this next week
Is what
when
books
we
do
meet
we bring?
together is what is it in this room as you enter in that catches your eye?
Okay.
What's the first thing that you wander over and are like, oh,
Look out.
and so, and I'll email you more about this, but imagine a vault of books and artifacts and all sorts of stuff.
Artifacts,
So
interesting.
basically, whatever you can come up with, we can probably put in this room somewhere.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
there you go.
Surprisingly expansive.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
quite large.
So it's
And
gonna
what
have
was the
some
collection
time-saving.
built, well, like collected for? What was kind of the intent of
It's really old stuff.
this? Okay.
So
And it was it collected by her father or by the builders of this place? or a combination?
As far as Lene knows, it's been there for ever since you've been there. And
Her dad's
so-
added like a couple things to it, maybe,
Yeah,
but
mostly it's-
literally like probably only a handful of books.
Okay.
Hmm.
So most of that's pre them finding it.
There you go.
All right.
So-
Cool.
All
Seriously,
right.
hidden knowledge.
And
Do I find the same series of repeating like 9 numbers in
Yes.
many places? 'Cause this is what it's feeling like. a lot.
Dewey Decimal System. Absolutely.
that's awesome.
Don't look
Yeah,
at the
great.
nines too hard, or else you'll lose your mind.
Make you crazy. All right, thanks everybody for watching. We're glad that you're here today. I haven't checked the chat. We've been fine, and it's just been so great just listening to everybody and getting a new player in here. So great, thanks
I'm
for
excited
watching.
to be here.
Yeah.
All right.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah, there we
It's
go.
gonna be here next week too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
All right, we'll be back
Should be
next
here
Monday
next week.
again, 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and come and join us. Check out all of our archives on YouTube. Just search for Dragons Keep TV on YouTube. And again, if you are interested in playing with us, stop by the Orem Dragons Keep or any of the Dragons Keeps and ask about us, and they'll get you in touch. You can email us at dragonskeeptv@gmail.com. And from all of us, thanks again for playing
Thank you.
with us and watching, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.
Everybody waves.
Bye.
Yeah, it always takes me a minute to find the logo out, so you gotta wave like the queen for
Oh.
a million years.
There you go.